It's drunk grilling time, and we're going to get our rub mixed up for this brisket. And this time we're going to see if we can do it right this time. I'm going to do it very similar to last video, but hopefully we'll get shit right this time. Got a McCormick's Montreal steak. Last time I used a smoky version, they didn't have it, so just using this time, whole bottle. A lot of black pepper in there. Go with some cumin. Garlic. Some onion powder. And this time, flat and point separated. And I'm drinking on some Jim Beam and some Coke Zero. If you wonder why Coke Zero, is because sugary drinks with alcohol do not sit well in my stomach, as I said before. Alright, this is going to be our rub. Let's get the brisket out here. Alright, this here is the point. Alright, this here is the flat. I'm going to go ahead and season it. This where most of the fat is, I'm going to put this side down. Alright, I'm going to take this over the smoker now. Well, got everything in the smoker. Points up here. You know what? I'm going to pull it out just a little bit. And took my racks and I put them on the gas side on high heat. Burned them off. Oiled them. And I think we need a little bit more rub right there. That point's kind of thinner, so I want to kind of keep an eye on that. And I took the rub that was on the cutting board left over and scooped up, put it on top of this, and I got just a little bit more, so we'll go ahead and give it all we got. That's it. Alright, down here I got some mesquite wood. Probably add a few more chunks on a little bit later. But at this point, I'm ready to get the smoker going. And as you can see, I really need to clean this smoker again. I'm going to try and run this around 170, 180 range overnight. And then at some point when, I don't know, I'll probably set a target temp for 140 to give it a check. See if things are coming along. At some point I'm going to wrap these up in butcher paper. But for right now, we're just going to get the smoker going real low. It's really humid out here tonight. Alright. Smoker is at 72 because I haven't lit it yet. Feels a lot hotter than 72. I hear this humidity. I'm sweating like crazy. And we're going to go ahead and get this lit here. We're going to get that flame set. Damn it, smoker rolling away from me. leave it just like that. It's barely on. Well, through all the chaos and panic, I was able to come up with, found 3 bottles of Easy Off oven cleaner. I got my pressure washer fixed. This is my grill light. So, be able to get this smoker cleaned out Sunday maybe. We'll see. Alright, I'm having second thoughts about how to do this. And I don't know, it's been maybe 40 minutes it's been on here. The smoker temperature is only like 150, I think. Close to 150. Need to turn up a little bit, but my thought was, as much I trim those, and so they don't dry out doing this real low and slow, we're going to go ahead and add some water in here. And we'll point out that it's on those rails right above my wood chip pan. I added those rails in myself. Unfortunately, I got a little bit of water in the wood, but that's alright. It'll come off. The full pan of water, and that water pan will help me regulate the temperature in that smoker a lot better too, as that heat will hit it and it'll just remain a good constant temperature in there. It really, I can't explain it, but in experience I can tell you it really helps regulate the temperature in the smoker. And I'm going to turn it up at this point just quite a bit actually. That should be good right there. I'm trying to remain 170, 180 range this low and slow overnight. I just don't want anything drying out. Well, it's drunk grilling time. Just drinking on some Bacardi Oak Heart, or now it's called Bacardi Spice Rum, and some Coke in here. Diet Coke, of course, as I said. As this things haven't been hot enough outside here, and the temperatures in the 90s here in Indianapolis, they're now making it mandatory in public where you have to wear a mask starting July 9th. In case you didn't realize, this is the channel where animals are assholes and they belong on the grill.
An infestation of Canadian brown finches, which is a small bird. I guess I should have seen that one coming, huh?
I don't know about horses though. I don't know if I want to try that. A woman who posted on Facebook about the coronavirus is just a hoax and it's fake, and refused to wear a mask and everything else, has recently died from the coronavirus. Perhaps a little ironic. In case you didn't know, desperate scammers are now apparently pretending to be women online and having sexual video cam chats with other guys in order to try and scam guys out of money. I don't know, man. That just sounds like a real creepy situation.
You mean like one play video cam with me?
Video cam?
Yeah, video cam with me.
To do what?
Like do fun.
Like sexy stuff?
Sex stuff and all that things. And I'll make sure to make you happy. Happy like you feel a lot of things.
He thinks you're a woman?
Yeah.
And so what do you do with him? Does he show you himself?
Yeah, he show me himself. Even I see him
Naked?
naked. Full naked.
But you know what's even worse? Arguably worse, I don't know. A while back, a woman sat on the toilet for 2 years and got stuck and permanently attached to the toilet. Well, I'd say permanently, but there had to be a medical team to help remove the toilet seat from her ass because she was on the toilet for 2 years and her skin and muscles grew around the toilet.
It's a bizarre case in western Kansas. A woman sat on her boyfriend's toilet for so long that her body was stuck to the seat. Pam Babcock's boyfriend insists it was her decision to stay in there, saying she had a phobia about leaving the bathroom.
She has a fear of coming out. Most of her fear from coming out is her relatives. She don't want to see them. She's afraid if she comes out, she will see them.
Corey McFerrin tells the AP he finally called police after he became worried because his girlfriend was acting groggy. When officials arrived, they had to pry the toilet seat off her with a pry bar.
We had to break the toilet seat away from the stool and take her in with the toilet seat stuck to her.
In today's episode of Bodybuilder Versus, we're pepper spraying my butthole.
Just imagine what it's like at a family get-together at this guy's house where you invite two of your cousins over to help pepper spray your butthole.
Here's the problem. We neglected the most important eye of them all, the brown eye. So who else to spray my butthole, Dan? The one and only, the biggest douchebag on YouTube, my cousin Brian. I know he's excited. Look at that. Face of a happy man. I got my other cousin behind the scenes here. You can't see him right now. Weston. He is EMS. He's going to save my butthole if...
Well, I mean, I don't know what kind of family get-together they have over there, but I don't want nothing to do with that. Alright, it's about 2 a.m. You can see I've been running it real low and slow. So we're going to take a look in here. See how the wood's doing. Probably gonna rotate that wood, maybe add a little bit, maybe add some pellets in there. Oh, yeah, the wood's going. It's glowing in the middle. Probably add a little bit more wood in there. Alright, got a little bit more fresh mesquite in there. Water pan's still pretty full. Looking pretty good. This is my redneck spray bottle. Got pinholes poking the top because I couldn't find a spray bottle. So I have to do with this. Keep it moist. You know what? Actually works pretty good. See what the flame's doing. I'm gonna turn that flame up just a little bit. Alright, that should do it for a little bit. Let's close her up. Well, it's about 5:15 in the morning. Got a little bit of sleep. And come out here and take a look. Oh yeah, it's coming along pretty good. Still got good water in the pan. A little bit of water in that one. Leave that one alone. That's plenty. So I may hit a little bit of water on this one in some spots. Some of that runoff in the middle. Check the wood. I add a couple pieces. It should do for now. Quite a bit of wood. Bump that flame up just a little bit. There we go. Get her shut. We got an internal temp of 165. Checking on things here a little bit. I think at this point, rotate the wood. A little bit of water on this one. Let that go just a little bit longer, and then we'll wrap it. And you know what? The temperature of the smoker is about 200, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn that down just a little bit. Alright, smoker temperatures fell to 112. I think it went out. I thought this for a little while now. I kind of did a little bit of snooze there. And yeah, one of my videos had a raccoon go in my garage. This time I had a chipmunk go on my porch. I had to deal with that for a little bit. Yeah, it went out. So go ahead and take a look at things here. That's looking pretty good right there. Doesn't look dry. That's about right. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap these at this point. This is just some basic butcher paper here. Put it back in the smoker just like that. Alright, got them back in there. That lid again. Still got water in there, so no more wood at this point. And we'll go till we hit internal temp on the brisket of 200. We'll put it in a cooler and then probably run the smoker between 230 and 240 ideally. Alright, we should be good. Alright, these according to my ThermoPro, they're wireless. They're at 199. I got it in the point, so I'm going to further verify it. Honestly, that doesn't feel very tender. It felt a little hard, I'm not going to lie. 181. That felt soft right there. Yeah, so I'm going to let this one go a little longer. Check out this one. That felt soft. That's real soft. Alright, this one, I'm probably going to pull this out. I'll get one more reading over here. Felt a little harder over there. Yeah. I need to move this temp probe. I don't want to move it to a different location because that's a high spot right there. So let's try putting it down here in the flat. Let's use a hole I already. I'll probably put it right here in the middle, I guess. Yeah, that didn't feel soft. Here in a minute, we'll get an update on the wireless, see what it's reading. So we dropped to 166. So. And I got the smoker off, that's why and doors open, that's why the temp dropped down. But I'll let these go a little longer. They're not up to temp, and they don't feel like they're done by tenderness. All right, so we're at 201 according to this. So I'm gonna go ahead and check it again with this, and make sure it's tender. Check the temperature and turn the smoker off for right now because I'm pretty sure this time it's done. Oh, that feels tender. 207.
Smells good too.
That's 205, feels tender. That's tender. 180, a little lower, but it feels tender. I can live with that. Yeah, looks good. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this out. That slid right out.
Man.
Yeah. I'm gonna put this back in just for a second, just to get it out of the way. Let's check this top one. This is the point up here. Go ahead and check this. Oh, that feels real tender. 208, a little higher than I wanted, but some areas may be higher than others. That's real tender right there. I'm almost afraid this might be too tender at this point. I hate to say that, but 209. Yeah, I'm almost afraid it's too tender this time. Really hate to think that. Anyway, I want to get these out, put them in the cooler. And last time I put towels on it, I think the tenderness is done enough, so I'm not going to put towels on. I'm just going to put it straight in the cooler. Try to do this without getting burnt here. Also grab it with grilling tongs. It's going to make a mess in my cooler. There's a lot of juice in there. I kind of want to drain some of that out. There we go. I just don't want this to be excessively grease soaked. Alright, we'll just leave it just like that. Probably go maybe 40 minutes. I don't want to go too long. I'll be back here in a little bit when it's ready to pull out. Alright, let's see what we got here. Still really hot. Yeah, smells good, looks good. Alright, the grain is running this way, so I'm going to cut this way. Push that to the side for a minute. Get a good piece right here. And then look at that smoke ring. That's a good smoke ring on that. The bend test. That right there. Cutting our piece. This is the point right here. This is what a brisket should be right here. Got Beer Money Podcast guy here. I'm gonna let him try.
Test it out. See what we got here. Can guarantee you I'm gonna eat the entire piece.
I'm gonna try a piece too.
Pretty hot though.
Yeah, that's right on. That's on the money.
So the flavor is all through the meat. Whereas the last time we cooked one, didn't have much of the flavor soaking into the meat. Looks like the seasoning has gotten all the way through it. It's got a nice flavor. It's definitely softer than the last one. The last one was kind of hard.
Some spots were. Some spots were really soft, but like really soft, like crumbling and falling apart, and really greasy. So this one's a lot better.
It is a lot better.
So I definitely recommend separating flat point, using butcher paper, not a pan like I did last video. Here, this is a burnt handle. Try that. This is what brisket should be right here.
Yeah, that's really good.
See that right there? For the most part, staying together. That's what you want. You don't want it. That's about the limit of what you want right there. It's starting to come apart. You don't want much more than that. To me, that's slightly overdone, but that's still really good. I mean, it's not too bad. It pulls apart pretty easily, but it still stays together. Got a good salt, pepper flavor on it. Good garlic, onion.
Spicy, but not really too spicy.
No, not spicy. Not spicy. Not bad at all.
So the seasoning was spicy Montreal steak?
Yeah, yeah, that's what it was. Really good. Well, I added garlic and onion powder and cumin to it. What I want to do, put this to the side, and I want to try the flat. This is the point. Let's try the flat. Ooh, that's hot. Just the flat. It does feel a little bit tougher, I'm not going to lie. Maybe because it's the end. Alright, let's try a piece right here. A little on the thick side, but that's alright. See, for me, I forgot to check which way the grain's going. The grain's going this way. So I should have cut it like this. But it's pretty close, but that didn't bend too well, but still it's still held together. I think it's gonna be pretty good. Let's try it. You know what? I think this might be a little bit better. You know what? It's hard to say between the flat and point. I like best. They both turned out really good. Try this end piece right here. That's a really good bark. It's not too tough, just right.
Weston, give me the milk! Give me the milk! Dude, give me the milk! Give me the milk! Pour milk in my butt, please!